Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mickstar, and I want to talk about problems Gacha Games have these days that people aren't really talking about. And that is that when Gacha Games bring in key aspects to a story, they never build upon it. So, to start this off, I'm going to start with Genshin and move on. As you can see, I'm going to be doing these four, but that's the only ones I can actually think of with problems. Apart from ZZD, because I don't think I see any problems with that. But, so, with Genshin, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I don't think, up until now, Genshin has had a problem with its story. Because everything was fine until they got to Natland. And that's when things started going off the rail. Well, to me anyway. Because when we ended Fontaine, we spoke with Nervalet, and he said that Natland is a dragon nation. So, can anyone tell me, where are all the dragons? Where are the dragon race of people? Where are the actual dragons that are supposed to be in this nation? Where are they actually located? Okay, can anyone tell me? No, they can't. So, that's information that we got, which was never built upon. Second, this has to do with back in Sumeru, but yeah, it's Nahida's birthday, which it doesn't make sense, because the last Sumeru's festival wasn't a whole nationwide festival. It was an underground festival for Nahida. So basically it was done in secret, away from prying eyes. But now it's all out in the open. Yeah, doesn't actually make sense, because if it's a birthday for Nahida, everyone would have been celebrating it every single year. So why did they celebrate this year when they didn't celebrate the previous year when Nahida was there? Doesn't make sense. And the final thing that I can pick apart from that is it's the one of the Aranara, or is it all of the Aranara? I'm not sure, but didn't they say that they're familiars of Nahida, right? And yet they didn't do anything for Nahida when she was in captivity. When she was being held prisoner, basically. House arrest. Whatever you want to call it. They did nothing to help her. And now they want to act all goody-goody, saying, yes, we're loyal servants of you. We'll do anything to protect you. And yet you did nothing prior. Yeah, that doesn't sit well with me. As I said, things that they put in which they don't actually build upon. So, yeah, that's to do with Genshin. And now we move on to Honkai Star Rail. And with this, I don't know many different parts to pick on this, but the one place I am picking on is Penacony, because that has had, basically at the start of the game, it had a different layout to it. Because I don't know how many people of you listen to the radio, but didn't they say that Penacony was a prison planet under the control of the IPC? which does make sense because it's galactic patrol basically, so they need a planet to hold the prisoners, which that's what the radio said early on during Honkai's lifespan. Well, it's still not over yet, but still. And now, for some very strange reason, they turned it into the planet of festivities. Where in the hell did that? When did that happen? And it didn't happen recently because, well, we know of the fact of other Trailblazers have gone to Penacony to stay there and basically live out their lives. But yeah, but then again, it's planet festivities, so basically everyone who's staying there is basically dying in a hotel room, and yeah, then giving the people who work at the hotel more work to pick up a dead body and then go bury it somewhere. So is that what they're doing? And now they, for some odd reason, they decided to put a university in there. What in the hell was that for? So what's next for Penacony? Is it going to be just a normal planet for residents to come and stay at? Well, even though they got to go into the hotel, then go to the dreamscape, and then live out their lives and buy a house in the dreamscape, and then live there comfortably. Is that going to be the next thing that's going on? Which make no sense whatsoever. So yeah, I know there's not much, but as I said, there are points that each of these games have made, which I'm going to be picking apart and trying to make some sense, or just bring them up and seeing what people say. But now, time to move on to Wuthering Waves. And with this, okay, it's only... Okay, as like everything else, it's kind of been the last thing that they've worked on. Which, it's not like things that... The points that they've made, even though you can say there is one point that was made, but they didn't actually do anything with. But as like I did mention when I was playing through it, is that there are two instances when they didn't give us the whole story too. Like it's basically all to do with the Black Shores, and that is when at the beginning when Shorekeeper teleported us to the Black Shores. As I said, there's a scene missing from that, which, because we didn't appear on the Black Shores standing up looking around. No, we was actually lying down on the floor unconscious. So, as I was saying, a bit missed. We was actually teleported from where we were. We didn't actually get as far as the Black Shores, so teleporting us, we fall in the ocean, then we drift ashore. That is one thing that was missing. And the other thing that I noticed that was missing was basically at the end when we was getting taken by the computer, I think it was, to use as another core, because I think the lament that was used there has served its time or something. I can't fully remember, but we was getting taken to act as the core, but then Shorekeeper came in, grabbed us, basically threw us out, and then took our position, right? The thing that was missed out is basically the fact that where we get thrown out and then how we get back in and end up on that beach where Showkeeper was when we actually saw her before we could bring her out. That is something that was missing. Again, as I said, just slight little nitpicks. But then again, even though one more nitpick that was actually listed out, which, as I said, I did point this out when I was playing it, is the fact that we were the people who basically made the Black Shores. We come from the Black Shores. We had the highest rank on the Black Shores. And yet the computer that was there doesn't know about us. Obviously all the people there don't, because obviously how many centuries has it been? Showkeeper, I think, well, she's not human. I think she's like a cyborg or a machine. I'm not sure what she is, but if I'm right, she said that she was there at the beginning when we was actually there. So, as I said, the only thing that could make sense of this is if we give all our control and power and all that to Showkeeper to give back to us when we re-meet. That's the only way I can see how this works, and that the computer does not know, because basically because of that everything was deleted. But then again, everything could still been deleted, but I still don't see why they would. So yes, it is a nitpick, but it can be worked as a means to make the story flow more, but it's getting into that area. And now, even though basically there's not going to be much, and anyway, as I said, I haven't seen much to it, but now we're moving on to Zenless Zone Zero. And with this, there's not really much I can say, because, well, I don't think there is a problem with this one. With actually laying out some key information and then it hasn't built upon. I don't think there is actually anything. But only time will tell, depending on if it will still go this way. So, yeah, as I said, there's not really much to talk about in that regard. But it seems like now that is it, because as I said, there's not really much to it, so there's not really much to even say. And just so you kinda know, so it's not just these three that you know that I have played. I have played others, so it's not just these that I'm basing my whole points made and not work upon, but other Gacha games that I've played which work fine, because I don't see any problem with any of them. Is, well, okay, some of these probably don't have a story, but they kind of just work. Like, okay, there's Duel Links, there's Master Duel, both Yu-Gi-Oh games, obviously. The new Pokemon TCG Pocket, which obviously doesn't technically have something, but it's still a Gacha game, isn't it? Okay, Digimon Re-Arise, I think. Okay, that one does have a story, and I have dropped it, but when I was playing it, there was no loose ends or anything that they built upon that they didn't work on. I don't know what happens after I dropped it, but when I was playing it, they didn't have anything like that. Pokemon Masters EX is another game a gacha game I've been playing, right? Because all gacha games is basically a free game that you can put actual money in to get extra stuff in the game, right? So that's why I see a gacha game is. It may be what it is or may not, but I don't know. Because I don't know, you could probably say that Master Duel is probably not, but then again, But as I was saying, Pokemon Masters EX, the story in that, well, when I was paying attention to it, all flew cohesively. So the story it had followed on and just kept going. It didn't, as I stated before in the others, it didn't build on anything and then never touch it again or rework it so it's something else. But okay, I think that is from the top of my head that all the gacha games that I think I played. I might have played some more, but as I said, from the top of my head, those are the ones that I can remember. So, just to reiterate, this is to pick apart gacha games that nowadays gacha games that build up points and then they never deliver on said points. That's the whole purpose of this. And to talk about the other gacha games is saying that it's not just these 4 that I played, so yeah. But that is going to be it. So I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. And yeah. So if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, bell for notifications, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.